EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Hoosier State, where Colts fans rise to their feet with the striking of the anvil as it is time for football here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indy. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, and as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you? Yeah. Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a look here at the veteran under center, their seventh-year quarterback.
We knew about the great mind coming out of Duke, and we saw the athletic ability and the potential. Watching it all come together and get better with each passing year, that's been fun. He can throw it deep, throw it short, and, of course, take off out of the pocket and beat you with his legs as well.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Second down, another run with Taylor. Sheds off the tackle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
First down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First and 10, Taylor now. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Again, it's Taylor. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
70 Lions!
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. First and 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10.
Shut up!
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Colts will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just run it all the way downfield, no passes. That absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Shifts past him. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And, of course, number one, trying to win the game today. But for him, it's always about Super Bowls, trying to get back to his fourth consecutive one. Fell short of the NFL's first ever three-peat in the Super Bowl last year. He wants to avenge that loss at the end of this season.
Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now back to throw. Under pressure, and they get to him again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to. Even though he does it well on the run and on the move, you definitely want to get him off the spot in the pocket.
All told, that a 55-yard punt with a net of 40 after the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. On the handoff, Taylor. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. 72 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
17 yards. That's good for our Colts. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. Ready. Go! Ready.
Throwing Jones. And he's got Pierce. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Here we go, set. 70-10 Wolf.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he's able to break out a run tackle, but then quickly brought down. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
On 2nd and goal, Jones Got a man, it's Pittman, and he hauls it in for the Colts touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Colts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimal level.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Chiefs, nothing. Mike Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now here's Mahomes. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Chad Muma fighting all the way through and getting the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
Ariza is on to punt here as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Colts set to take over here offensively. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3. Ready up.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They run once more with Taylor. Still shedding tackles. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 21-0. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it.
Michael Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And the Chiefs now getting set to go.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Chad Muma. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retake center stage.
Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? 2nd quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the 4th quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here.
Taylor Warren, 60 yards.
And the Colts are able to add on to their first half lead. It's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people cooking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Mahomes going to throw.
That's complete. It's Travis Kelce.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he will have the Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
In motion, the tight end, Kelce. To throw, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Here
we go, here we go. Hut, hut.
On third down, here's Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Hawks, 70, Hawks, go.
They'll run through it. It's Taylor. Oh, he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Ready.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. And the Colts are going to be set up with first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
Let's go. Viking 18. Ready.
Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. So his big first half continues, his 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance. Badgley on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now it's 2nd and 10. shotgun snap to Mahomes. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They need 2. Here's third down. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he floats one there, incomplete. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen here, and you never know what you're going to get in the NFL. Sometimes it goes down to the wire. Other times, it's blowout city, like what this game is shaping up to be. But hey, anything can happen, so let's go to the second half. Send it back out to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scotty, thank you as always. Well, likely 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. Here's Smith now to return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they weren't totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Yellow.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll set up a throw. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This will be fielded at the 17. And the Colts coming out now. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 33, and that play started back at their own 33.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 34.
Here we go, shot.
Now a give to Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 34 yards. And the Colts extend their lead yet again. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Yellow, yellow.
Now Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. And in the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they can run the score up even further as they begin this drive with a 1st and goal and that huge lead. The defense gets them the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal.
Hiking 18. Ready, ready.
Taylor. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
Cougar 19, go!
Again, it'll be Taylor. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah,
looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Colts have widened the gap now to 50 points. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Badgley on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce.
Badgley set to kick off.
touchdown. Badgley out there to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense set to go. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try to play free and natural. But his linebacker's just having one of those days where everything he does is working. I think you got to get a running back in there to help block, double team him, do whatever. Because right now, he's having a ball. Multiple sacks in this one. That one, the quickest.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. DeForest Buckner. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And he fields it cleanly. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. The Colts offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hut, hut.
On the ground, DJ Giddens. And he'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
26-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 26-yard line.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves. Hut.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
70. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he stopped immediately there. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
Set. Ready.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Colts had 6 more of their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. And they were looking to pick up the 1st down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage partners. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And a nice play on the end of it, an 18-yard touchdown run.
Michael Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. The Chiefs offense ready to go again. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while.
And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense, sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Boy, it's the same old song, isn't it? And right now, this one doesn't sound too sweet. They've been thoroughly outclassed so far. There's another tackle for a loss.
Yeah, that's something that we've said quite a bit in this game. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
This is fielded at the 27.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he works free. Still going. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. With now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Colts have got it on cruise control. Boy, missed tackles continuing to plague this defense, and they surrender another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, by my count, at least 2 guys had shots at it, maybe even more than that. But this defense, they looked out of sorts all game long. That was definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Chiefs, nothing. Mike Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. KC's offense ready to take over.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Into space at the 45. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe.
A gain of 15. First down, Kansas City.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Chad Muma. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Fielded just inside the 20. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And they will take over first and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline,
and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Not much defensive resistance on that drive. Really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Badgley on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
Michael Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw it. Minshew. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Grover Stewart breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.